Locate this at a depth of 8 inches deep. This is running towards the floor drain at an angle. I'm going to zero this out.
T here with a crack in it. Pause this. Locate this at a depth of 1'5".
Zero this out again.
Tie in here on the left. This will be the floor drain. Pause it. Confirm. Okay, that's at a depth of 1'7", so another 5 or 6 foot. We should see another tie-in of the floor clean out. There's the floor clean out. That's some pretty good fractures here. Got a cross here. Locate this. Locate this at a depth of 2'3", so there'd be 3 Dan cuts. Locate this at a depth of 3 foot deep. This is in the blacktop, so this is a 45. So that is a 45.
That's a good thing.
We got all those breaks there too. Some circular fractures here.
That is so cool. I guess before this technology, people just had to dig it up and look at it, right?
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
There's the sewer main. So to line, usually what we'll do is if you need a liner out so far, we'll try to line within a foot of the main. As long as you don't have any issues with the tap, the last thing you want to do is line to the tap and then the liner goes into the main. If it goes in even a quarter of an inch, if you do what's called a schwung cut, that's $2,500.
Yeah.
If it goes in an 1/8 inch, you have to cut it out. And they inspect that. So you're only responsible, and it depends on if there's a lateral program or not. The way it usually works is you're responsible to maintain all the way to the tap. Structurally, if it's MSD territory, structurally they usually take care of from the right of way to the tap if there's a lateral program. So we would find that out between you and I, contacting MSD. If you had to do a liner all the way out, then it would be 61 foot. So what I'm going to do is pull it back to where I believe. And so we have a lot of customers, you know, if you only got, like let's say to this point here, let's see where this is. Locate this spot at depth of 4'8". We're still in the driveway. So right here, we're showing 57.5 foot. Right there, I only went 4 feet. There's no way I'm in the center of the road.
There's something coming into there.
Right, it's got to be another, I don't know if it's a private main or what it is. Take the gamble with MSD and we just take it to that first dot, then, I mean, you're not going to save a lot because it ends up being...
No, I don't want to do that, but what if we took it past those dots, but not all the way to what you think the most safest caliper is, where it won't need that extra cut?
Well, I think if we was to shoot for 60 foot,
Yeah.
then we'd be better, we'd be good.
Is that what you would do? Is that what you would do?
I would.
Because then it's still on them if something happens, because it's in the right of way, right?
Right. Everything from that first dot would be on them.
And where would we be if we went to 60 foot?
Let me pause this real quick. So basically we would be looking at a 60-foot liner. I'll bring it back. So you got circular fractures there. That's debatable on whether that is in the right of way or not. Depends on what their right of way is. Pretty good fractures there. Actually, no, that was in their right of way, because back here's where that spot is.
Yeah, look at that.
And we'd never know how long that's going to last.
Right.
You know, if one of those two big chunks decides, you know, it's almost, I forget what that puzzle is, that one piece holds it all.
So if one of those were to drop, you guys wouldn't be able to line that?
Right. If it dropped and everything stayed in place, then we'd be able to line it. But if it dropped and then
That would suck.
a bunch of backfill came in, then you would have to either just do a pipe burst or spot repair and then line. That almost could be a clean out.
Well, it's funny because we're moving here from a house that was built in 1850. So there are a lot of things in that house. It's like, it could last 10 years, it could last 10 minutes. We're not sure, but we're just going to keep our fingers crossed.
And that's how I usually tell people when they ask me how long it's going to last. I mean, first I'll say, well, if I knew that, I'd play the Powerball and win. Second, I'll say, well, it's either 6 minutes, 6 hours, 6 days, 6 months, 6 years. There's no way.
Right.
6 is not the best number to use, but I mean, there's just no way to know how long something's going to last.
Sure.
When it's underground.
Every home's got ticking time bombs, doesn't it?
Especially-
People just don't know which ones they have, a lot of folks.
You used to be able to say, especially the old ones, but you know, the new ones that they're throwing together.
The new homes suck. suck. When I was going through college, I did an internship with Ryan Holmes. I can't tell you how many things he's like, let's get the hell out of here before we... I don't know if that's going to hold or not, but we got to go. Let's get out quick. That was a terrible home builder. I don't know if they've gotten any better. But
So there's your cross. I'm gonna clean the camera. I got a spot. You can kind of see a little bit of the cross there and there.
Yep.
So those are the downspouts. So we would go in and cut those out because obviously the downspouts are now. We can run some water if you got a little bit of time. So we're currently running water in the downspout. There we go. Yeah. Still active. And it's flowing good too, which means if there is any roots in there, there's not many.
Oh, that is flowing good.
Yeah. what I would recommend with all that shrubbery and stuff, once a year put about 4 pounds of Rudex in there. You can buy it on Amazon, make sure it's Rudex itself. And then with 4 pounds, actually this one you could probably do 2 pounds because it's only the depth of the house. You put 2 5-gallon buckets of water behind it. And then
You want to do it?
Rudex?
Yeah.
Root, like R-O-O-T?
Yep. And then just the letter X.
Gotcha.
So you got some circular fractures here. Kind of see that line right here. I'll show you that Y. Get some fractures, pretty good fractures there. Now this big chunk would be the one I would worry about if it was to fall, because you can kind of see some separation on the right there already.
Yeah.
If that piece fell, as long as nothing fell in with it, you could still flow. But if the big chunk falls, it's going to create a dam. I would just, it's totally up to you. I didn't count that as a dam cut. I would just line right over it.
What is that?
That's the clean out in the floor there. If you decide that you want to
I'll go with your recommendation.
because you got this here, it's 4-inch. It's going to save you $400.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If I don't put it on there. So you got 2 out there and then 1 here at the floor. So there on the left, you can kind of see the rounded. This is the floor drain here. Dimple. A spot on the camera, but alright. Hello, it's Jason.
I was wondering, what's hard to find somebody that's able to install a PRV?
PRV? Yeah. I can text you a number, but I went out of business several years ago. But I can text you a number. What part of town are you in?
Ripley.
All right. Yeah, give me a few minutes. I'll text you a number for somebody.
Okay.
All right, thanks, babe. So that's the inlet for the floor drain. And then about 6 foot back. Y. There's the Y. You can kind of see it coming out. So there's the crack in the Y. And if we dig that Y up, we'll just put in a new Y right there in PVC. And then connect it.
Cool. And then the rest of it looks okay.
Yeah, there's some cracks on the back side of the Y, so that'll, when we take the Y out, that'll take care of that. You can see it pretty good right there. And then there's your transition right here from 4-inch, 4-inch cast to 6-inch clay. Either 5 or 6-inch, I'm going with 6. The scale is very, very, very minimal, and it's very short. The transition's about right here. If it wasn't for the Y, then we could open the floor here and get rid of that short section, and then, line from here if it was a 45. Or if this went straight to that clean out in the floor, you'll never. If you get somebody that comes in and says, one, they don't need to open the floor, you want to ask them to get in their truck and leave. Because what they're doing is, if it was straight 4-inch all the way out, we can shoot it from here. But when you have 6-inch, imagine trying to get a 6-inch liner that is of any thickness through 3.5-inch opening. So what they're doing is they're using a 4-inch liner and they're stretching it to 6-inch. So basically from here to the stack, you're going to have a nice liner. From here all the way out, that 6-inch is going to be about 1 mil thick. you put an auger in there, it's done.
So that's why we open the eve of